Alright, let's dive into the fascinating world of the Pyramids of Giza, focusing on the construction techniques and architectural innovations that were used to build these incredible structures. The Great Pyramid in particular stands out as the largest and oldest of the three pyramids at Giza. First and foremost, the Great Pyramid, also known as the Pyramid of Khufu, is a testament to the ingenuity of the ancient Egyptians. It was constructed around 2580 to 2560 BC and covers an area of about 13 acres. With an original height of 481 feet, it was the tallest man-made structure in the world for over 3,800 years. Just imagine that. The pyramid was built using an estimated 2.3 million limestone blocks, each weighing somewhere between 2.5 and 15 tons. The ancient Egyptians used a variety of methods to cut and shape these massive stones, including pounding with dolerite hammers and sawing with copper saws. The precision with which these blocks were cut is simply astounding, especially considering the limited tools they had at their disposal. Now, let's discuss the architectural innovations that made the construction of the Great Pyramid possible. One of the key breakthroughs was the use of a corbelled or step-like structure to create the pyramid's internal chambers. This allowed the builders to distribute the weight of the massive stone blocks more evenly, preventing the chambers from collapsing under the immense pressure. Another innovation was the use of a series of ramps to transport the heavy blocks from the quarries to the construction site, and then up the sides of the pyramid. There are several theories about the specific design of these ramps, but it's generally believed that they were built with mud brick and limestone chippings, and were periodically dismantled and reassembled as the pyramid grew. Lastly, the construction of the Great Pyramid involved careful planning and coordination. The ancient Egyptians had a strong understanding of geometry and used the system of cubits, a unit of measurement based on the length of a forearm, to lay out the pyramid's base with incredible accuracy. They also aligned the pyramid precisely to the cardinal directions, with the sides facing true north, south, east, and west. In conclusion, the construction techniques and architectural innovations employed in building the pyramids of Giza, particularly the Great Pyramid, showcase the remarkable skill and ingenuity of the ancient Egyptians. These impressive structures continue to captivate our imagination and inspire awe thousands of years after their creation. Moving on to our next topic, let's delve into the historical context and cultural significance of the Pyramids of Giza in ancient Egyptian society. These majestic structures were not only architectural marvels, but also held great importance as royal tombs and religious monuments. In ancient Egypt, the belief in the afterlife was deeply ingrained in the culture, and the pharaohs were considered divine beings. When a pharaoh passed away, it was believed that they would become one with the gods and continue to rule in the afterlife. To facilitate this transition, the pyramids were constructed as grand tombs to house the pharaoh's body and earthly possessions. Quite an elaborate resting place, don't you think? The Pyramids of Giza were built during the 4th dynasty of the Old Kingdom, which was a period of great prosperity and cultural development in ancient Egypt. The Great Pyramid was built for Pharaoh Khufu, while the Pyramid of Khafre and the Pyramid of Menkaure were built for his son and grandson, respectively. These three pyramids, along with several smaller satellite pyramids and the Great Sphinx, form an impressive necropolis that reflects the power and prestige of the 4th dynasty rulers. In addition to serving as royal tombs, the pyramids also held religious significance. The ancient Egyptians believed that the pyramid shape symbolized the primordial mound, which was the first land to emerge from the chaotic waters at the beginning of time. The pyramids were also thought to represent the rays of the sun, connecting the pharaohs with the sun god Ra, who was considered the supreme deity in ancient Egypt. The construction of the pyramids was also an expression of the pharaoh's divine power and ability to marshal vast resources for a single monumental project. Just imagine the awe and reverence that these structures would have inspired in the ancient Egyptians, who believed that their pharaoh was a living god on earth. In conclusion, the Pyramids of Giza held tremendous historical and cultural significance in ancient Egyptian society. As royal tombs and religious monuments, they reflected the beliefs and values of the time and continued to stand as a testament to the enduring legacy of the ancient Egyptians. Now, let's delve into the mysteries and theories surrounding the pyramid's purpose and alignment. Over the years, many hypotheses have been proposed about the connection between the Pyramids of Giza and the stars, as well as their potential use as astronomical observatories. One of the most intriguing theories is known as the Orion correlation theory. This theory suggests that the layout of the three main pyramids at Giza was designed to mirror the positions of the three stars that form the belt of the Orion constellation. Isn't that fascinating? According to this theory, the ancient Egyptians associated the constellation with Osiris, the god of the afterlife, and the pyramids were built to align with these stars as a way of ensuring the pharaoh's eternal connection to Osiris. In addition to the Orion correlation theory, there is also evidence to suggest that the ancient Egyptians were skilled astronomers and used the stars to help align the pyramids with incredible precision. For example, the Great Pyramid is aligned to true north with an accuracy of just 3/60th of a degree. This level of precision would have been nearly impossible without a keen understanding of the night sky and the movements of celestial bodies. Another theory is that the pyramids, particularly the Great Pyramid, were used as astronomical observatories. The Great Pyramid features several narrow shafts that extend from the internal chambers to the outer surface. Some researchers believe that these shafts were designed to point towards specific stars, allowing the ancient Egyptians to track their positions and measure time. As the stars moved across the sky, they would have been visible through these shafts, providing a celestial reference point for the pyramid builders. While these theories are fascinating, it's important to remember that they are still speculative and subject to ongoing debate among experts. However, what is clear is that the pyramids of Giza hold many mysteries, and the connection between these ancient wonders and the stars only adds to their allure and intrigue. In conclusion, the mysteries and theories surrounding the pyramids' purpose and alignment, their connection to the stars and possible use as astronomical observatories, continue to captivate our imagination. Now, let's examine the role of laborers in the workforce in building the pyramids of Giza, focusing on their organization, logistics, and living conditions. The construction of these monumental structures required a massive workforce, and understanding how these workers were managed and how they lived can provide us with valuable insights into the society and culture of ancient Egypt. It's important to dispel the common myth that the pyramids were built by slaves. Recent archaeological evidence suggests that the laborers were actually skilled workers and farmers who were conscripted during the annual Nile flood when their agricultural lands were inundated. These workers were well fed, housed, and provided with medical care, which indicates that they were valued members of the society. The workforce was organized into groups or crews, each with a specific task or responsibility. For example, there were teams responsible for quarrying the stone blocks, teams for transporting the blocks, and teams for positioning and setting the blocks in place. Each crew was led by a foreman who reported to a higher-ranking official, creating a hierarchical structure that allowed for efficient management and coordination of the massive workforce. Logistics played a crucial role in the construction of the pyramids. The ancient Egyptians had to develop systems for transporting the massive stone blocks from the quarries to the construction site, which often involved moving the blocks across the Nile River and up the pyramid ramps. They also had to manage the supply of food, water, and other resources for the thousands of workers on site. Living conditions for the pyramid workers were relatively good compared to the standards of the time. Archaeological excavations at worker villages near the pyramids have revealed the remains of sturdy mud brick houses, bakeries, and even medical facilities. The workers were provided with a diet that included bread, beer, fish, and occasionally meat, which was more varied than the diet of the average ancient Egyptian. Not a bad life for a laborer, considering the time period. In conclusion, The role of laborers and the workforce in building the pyramids of Giza was crucial to the success of these monumental projects. The organization, logistics, and living conditions of the workers showcase the advanced planning and management capabilities of the ancient Egyptians, as well as their ability to mobilize and support a massive workforce to achieve seemingly impossible feats of engineering. Finally, let's explore the various theories and debates regarding the methods used to transport and assemble the massive stone blocks that make up the Pyramids of Giza. The sheer size and weight of these blocks have puzzled scholars and engineers for centuries, and understanding how the ancient Egyptians accomplished this feat continues to be a subject of fascination and awe. One of the most widely accepted theories is the use of ramps to transport the stone blocks. There are several variations of this theory, but the most common ones involve either a straight ramp leading up to the pyramid or a spiral ramp that wrapped around the pyramid as it was being built. These ramps were likely constructed from mud bricks and limestone shippings, which could be easily dismantled and reassembled as the pyramid grew in height.
Political relation, don't you think?
Yeah. Another theory suggests that the ancient Egyptians used a system of counterweights and levers to lift the massive blocks into place. This method would have required less manpower and could have been more efficient in certain situations. However, it's important to note that there is limited archaeological evidence to support this theory, and it remains a subject of debate among scholars. Some researchers have also proposed the use of water to transport and position the stone blocks. One such theory, known as the water shaft hypothesis, suggests that the ancient Egyptians flooded channels around the pyramid, allowing the heavy stone blocks to float into position. While intriguing, this theory has been met with skepticism due to the challenges of controlling and containing large volumes of water in the desert environment. Despite the numerous theories and debates, it's important to remember that the ancient Egyptians likely used a combination of methods to transport and assemble the massive stone blocks that make up the pyramids. The ingenuity and determination required to accomplish this ancient feat of engineering continue to inspire awe and wonder today. In conclusion, the various theories and debates surrounding the methods used to build the Pyramids of Giza demonstrate the incredible skill and creativity of the ancient Egyptians. As we continue to learn more about their techniques and processes, we gain a deeper appreciation for these architectural marvels and the enduring legacy of the ancient Egyptian civilization.